SCP number 049, Object Class Euclid, Special Containment Procedures. SCP-049 is contained within a special secure humanoid containment cell in Research Sector 02 at Site 19. SCP-049 must be sedated before any attempts to transport it. During transport, 049 must be secured within a Class 3 humanoid restriction harness, including a locking collar and extension restraints, and monitored by no fewer than 2 armed guards. While SCP-049 is generally cooperative with most Foundation personnel, outbursts or sudden changes in behavior are to be met with elevated force under no circumstances. Should any personnel come within direct contact with SCP-049 during these outbursts in the event of SCP-049 becoming aggressive, the application of lavender L-Multiva has been able to produce calming effect on the enemy. Once calmed, SCP-049 generally becomes compliant and will return to containment with little resistance. In order to facilitate the ongoing containment of SCP-049, the entity is to be provided with the corpse of a recently deceased animal, typically a bovine or other large animal, once every 2 weeks for study. Corpses that become instances of SCP-049-2 are to be removed from SCP-049's containment cell and incinerated. SCP-049 is no longer permitted to interact with human subjects, and requests for human subjects are to be denied. Temporary Containment Procedure Update. See Addendum 049.3. Per Containment Committee Order 0.049.S19.17.1, SCP-049 is no longer permitted to interact directly with any members of Foundation staff, nor is SCP invited with any additional corpses to be used in its surgeries. This order shall persist indefinitely until the time consensus regarding the ongoing containment of SCP-049 can be reached. Description: SCP-049 is a humanoid entity roughly 1.9 meters in height, which bears the appearance of a medieval plague doctor. While SCP-049 appears to be wearing dark, thick robes in a ceramic mask indicative of that profession, the garment instead seemed to have grown out of SCP-049's body over time, and now indistinguishable from whatever form is beneath them. X-rays indicate that despite this, SCP-049 does have a humanoid structure beneath its outer layer. SCP-049 is capable of speech in a variety of languages, though tends to prefer English or medieval French. SCP-049 is generally cordial and cooperative with Foundation staff. It can become especially irritated or at times outright aggressive if it feels its presence of what it calls the pestilence. Although the exact nature of the pestilence is currently unknown to Foundation researchers, it does seem to be an issue of immense concern to SCP-049. SCP-049 will become hostile with individuals it sees as being affected by the pestilence, often having to be restrained should encounter such. If left unchecked, SCP-049 will generally attempt to kill as any such individual. SCP-049 is capable of causing all biological function of an organism to cease through direct skin contact. How this occurs is currently unknown. The autopsies of 049's victims have invariably conclusive. SCP-049 has expressed frustration or remorse after these killings, indicate they have done little to kill the pestilence, though will usually seek then to perform a crude surgery on the corpse, using the implants contained within the plague doctor's bag it carries on person at all times. While these surgeries are not always successful, they often result in the creation of instances of SCP-049-2. SCP-049-2 instances are reanimated corpses that have been operated on by 049. These instances do not seem to retain any other prior memories of mental functions, having only basic motor skills and response mechanism. While these instances are generally inactive, moving very little, in generally ambush fashion, they can be extremely aggressive if provoked, or if directed by 049. SCP-049-2 instances express active biological functions. Three of these are vastly different. Currently understood from human psychology, during these alterations, SCP-049 often remarks that subjects have been cured. Addendum 049-1 Discovery. SCP-049 was discovered during the investigation of a series of unknown disappearances in the town of Montauban in southern France. During a raid on a local home, investigators found several instances of SCP-049-2 as well as 049. While law enforcement personnel engaged the hostile 042 instances, SCP-049 was noted as watching the engagement and taking notes in his journal. After all of the SCP-049-2 instances were dispatched, SCP-049 willingly entered Foundation custody. The following interview was conducted by Dr. Raymond Ham during the initial investigation.
Alors, comment devrions-nous commencer une introduction?
Is that French? Can we get a translator?
The King's English. No need for translation, sir. I can speak it well enough.
Good. My name is Dr. Raymond Ham, and I...
Ah, a doctor. A like-minded individual, no doubt. Wherein is your speciality, sir?
Cryptobiology. Why?
A medical man, such as myself. Wonders abound. And here, I worried I had been abducted by common street thugs. This place, then, this is your laboratory. I had wondered, as clean as it is, and with such little trace of the pestilence here.
The pestilence? What do you mean?
The scourge. The great dying. Come now, you know what is it they call it? No matter. The pestilence, yes. It abounds outside these walls, you know. So many have succumbed, and many more will continue to, until such time as a perfect cure can be developed. Fortunately, I am very close. It is my duty in life to rid the world of it, you see. The cure to end all cures.
When you say the great dying, are you talking about the bubonic plague?
I don't know what that is.
I see. Right, well, the entities our agents encountered at the house, they were dead when you encountered them, yes? You reanimated them.
In a manner of speaking, you see things too simply, Doctor. Expand your horizons. Life and death, sickness and health. These are amateur terms for amateur physicians. There is only one ailment that exists in the world of men, and that is the pestilence, and nothing else. Make no mistake, they were very ill. All of them.
You think you cured those people?
Indeed. My cure is most effective.
But the things we recovered were not human.
Yes, well, it is not a perfect cure, but that will come with time, and further experimentation. I have spent a lifetime developing my methods, Dr. Ham, and will spend a lifetime more, if necessary. Now, we have wasted too much time. There is work to do. I will require a laboratory of my own, one where I can continue my research unimpeded. And assistance, of course, though I can provide those on my own. In time.
Oh, I don't think our organization would be willing to...
Nonsense. We are all men of science. Fetch your coat and show me to my quarters, Doctor. Our work begins now.
Interviewer's note. While SCP-049 is capable of communicating in a very human way, there's a strange sense of unease that one experiences with it when in its presence. Make no mistake, there is something very uncanny about this entity indeed. Additionally, confiscated the point stick that SCP-049 keeps waving around. Part of this was due to the standard confiscation protocols of the possessions of anomalies, and part because 049 really is the menace swinging it around like he does. The entity was displeased at first, but we soon made some concerns providing the test subjects, which are immediately more for the benefit of our own research. It warmed up to the idea. Addendum 049-2 Observation Log. While in containment at Site 19's SCP-049 has spent a considerable amount of time studying and performing surgery on the various mammalian corpses that have been provided. SCP-049 will routinely spend several days performing surgery, and then, regardless of whether or not the corpses becomes an instance of SCP-049-2, spend several more days documenting it and finding it in a thick leather journal stored within its doctor bag. SCP-049 will often seek to share his findings with other members of the Foundation staff. The following is a log of several occasions during which SCP-049 was observed operating on a mammalian corpse. Observational log 049-OL.1 Summary. Subject 049. Preface. A test subject D85123 was introduced into an SCP-049's containment cell. The entity expressed sincere gratitude towards all members of the containment and research staff. Observation notes. SCP-049 began by asking D85123 several standard medical questions as it began removing tools from its bag. Shortly after finishing its preparations, SCP-049 quickly closed the distance between the two, killing the subject with a touch of its throat. Afterwards, SCP-049 made a number of considerable alterations to the structure of the subject's corpse, often introducing fluids from its bag into the subject by way of hand-powered pump and copper tubing. The resulting 049 instance became animated, flailing and grasping at the walls of the chamber with a number of manufactured limbs while moaning out an orifice voice, now present in its stereo. During this time, SCP-049 was observed taking notes of the instance in its journal and remarking to the watching research staff about its inefficiency of its cure. Security personnel entered the chamber to move SCP-049 back to containment and were attacked by the instance. The security team dispatched of 049-2 instance, and SCP-049 returned to containment with no resistance, stating that it was pleased with the results. Observational log 049-OL.2 Summary. Subject SCP-049. Preface. SCP-049 was provided with the corpse of a recently deceased goat. SCP-049 expressed gratitude at the provision. SCP-049 operated on the goat corpse for several days, eventually resulting in an instance of SCP-049-2. SCP-049 expressed pleasure in his outcome, though admitted the disease was still in the nascent stage. My veteran practice is rudimentary, but the patient responded well to the procedure. Observational log 049.OL.3 Summary. Subject 049. Preference. 049 was provided the corpse of a recently deceased Orgatuan. SCP-049 expressed noted gratitude at the provision.